It does not take into consideration the financial analysis which should have been done. It does not take into consideration the due diligence on the part of the supplier who is going to supply the tank. This is what. Now, to bring it short, I respect your view as an engineer, but what I want to do, because we don't want to spend much time on it, here what we can do is appoint a committee of the directors. They will look into the matters. They will interview everybody, including the technical person, and they will submit the report to the board of directors within 10 days. I suggest the committee should be comprised of vice chairman, who has a tremendous knowledge and understanding, Mr. Veera, Mr. Paul Chung, Mr. Jay Pritam, and the chairman of the procurement committee. Okay, all of you sit, you interview each one of them, any members. Okay, I will ask you to sacrifice much of your time and do a report, because we don't want to discuss here this tractor is good or. But one thing is absolutely certain, we need tractors, therefore we should expedite this process as quickly as possible. This committee will be, because it's a very learned members, and you can take inputs from any technical member and come out with your report.
The Chairman, am I hearing correctly that you've not allowed the executive management to have a report on what we listened to for 38 minutes? Is that what I just heard?
Yes, that's what you
Yeah, but if
I am not speaking to you, sir. I'm speaking to my chairman.
I'm saying that
Please stop being a parrot.
okay.
I'm not being a what?
Mr. Chairman,
I'm not being a what?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I'm asking, you're just committed a situation whereby the executive management does not have the right of rebuttal.
If you did not listen to me carefully, he will listen, their committee will listen to each and everybody, including the executive.
Chairman, but it is unfair. It's a violation of justice.
Okay.
That we listen for 38 minutes
Okay.
to one person who has exercised an opinion, which is at variance to a committee appointed by. You were there, Mr. Chairman, when His Excellency the President instructed the Honorable Minister to appoint an independent committee of persons outside of GUYSUCO. That committee was headed by the most senior engineer in the Ministry of Agriculture, called Mr. Lionel Wordsworth, and they chose their team. They came up, Chairman, you were not stopping Mr. Duque. Why are you trying to shut down my free speech? And why are you making this unfair? Where is the fairness in this room? So, Mr.
Are you questioning my
No, Mr. Chairman, I'm asking for the right to rebut. The other directors are here, they witnessed. One person spoke for 38 minutes. I am asking for permission for the technical engineers to have the right to rebut some unsubstantiated point, because what I just heard is not empirical evidence. I heard anecdotal information, guesswork, fantasy, and I would like the facts and the empirical evidence to be presented. I have no problem with the subcommittee, but Mr. Chairman, you are telling the President of this country his opinion and the Minister's opinion is irrelevant. That is what you just did.
Let me say one thing here.
Chairman, we have a right to respond.
Members of
We have a right to respond.
Members of the board, let me take a note of this. The behavior and tone and
No, I want to make the notes. We have a right to respond. Chairman, you have to give us a right to respond.
No, no.
You have no business to shout.
Well, I'm telling you, you're being unfair. You're not following corporate ethics, sir. You are being out of order here.
I am not out of
You are out of order.
Okay.
The thing has to have a right to respond. If you make an allegation, the alligator has a right to make an allegation, and there has to be a right to respond. It is called natural justice. You are being unfair. You are being biased, you're being prejudiced. You need to give us the right to respond to the technical points. We don't have time for the personality issues, but we need to respond to the technical things. Chairman, please, I'm asking you this, because I will be writing to my Honorable Minister to tell him what took place here today under your watch. Because we need a right to respond. So Chairman, there's 3 questions I want to ask. Mr. Duque, through the chair, have you caused the use of an articulated tractor with its current modern technology either at Rosal or any other estate since 2020? Now ask the question, Mr. Duque, as your boss, I'm asking you a question. Have you caused the use of an articulated tractor with its current and modern technology, either at Rosal or any other estate since 2020?
If I caused the...
Yeah, if you caused to use one of them.
No, I don't know.
No, you didn't. Were you present at Albion during the entire process when the ministerial team of independent engineers headed by Mr. Lionel Westward was doing their evaluation?
No, not those times.
You weren't there. Good. Are you a trained agricultural engineer?
If I what?
Are you a trained agricultural? You are not, because the record says we only have 2 trained agricultural engineers, and they're sitting here. And they don't even have a chance to say the facts technically. This is our actual job. Chairman, unfortunately, you have lost my confidence here today. Because you have not been fair to this executive management. We have a situation at Alpha that is of a national catastrophe. Not one day you found the time to spend with us on it. But you got the time to deal with this Mexican, this interrogation, and you only allowed one side to speak. It is unfair. You have basically not done justice to this company. Can we allow the engineers to respond, Chair? We spoke for 38 minutes. 38 minutes, one-sided. It was an invective, it's an imagination he's going on with. Let's hear the facts. Why are we hijacking the facts? Are we trying to prejudice the outcome? Are we trying to design what is the outcome? Are we trying to tell the minister that he has no opinion because the team that he appointed, they don't have a say? Is that what you're trying to do?
Chairman,
Let him finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay, you finish?
Chairman, I would like my technical...
I'm the chairman. You cannot direct me.
Chairman, I'm not directing, but it is only...
Don't direct me.
I am not directing. I'm saying to you, they have a right to respond.
Have you finished?
I am saying to you, they have a right to respond.
Have you finished?
I am saying to you, they have a right to respond.
shut up!
Have you finished?
Chairman, I am submitting that we all have a right to respond. Everybody in this room. You cannot just have Mr. Duque is not the ministerial committee. The ministerial committee is open. And the technical engineer have a right to respond. That is all I'm saying. We're not asking for 38 minutes. We're asking for a few minutes to clarify a lot of the misconception and untruths that was presented here today as if it is facts. So are you going to sell us untruths? Is that what you're here sitting doing?
Chairman, can I say something?
No.
I'm only speaking to my
I would like
chairman.
to say something. You can't decide who's
I am
speaking.
only speaking
You can't
to my
decide who's
chairman.
speaking in here. You can't decide who's speaking in here. You are not a member of this board. You're an ex-co member. You better ask your legal team what that
You
means.
need to understand.
You're not a member of this board. You don't
need
vote
to
on this
understand
board.
This is a bilateral conversation.
It's not a
Know your
bilateral
place.
nothing.
Know your place.
Know your place. You have no idea of your place. Since I sitting down here for
This
2
is
years,
a
I'm looking at a man who have no
bilateral
idea of corporate structure is supposed to be.
Can I just say something?
The technicians have a right to respond. Come on, we can't sit here and allow this unfair. This feels like Lloyd Field. I was sitting there when this was happening. He was sitting there when this was happening. We went through this in our life. And to do it again and see you do it, Mr. Chairman, you're feeling like Mr. Lloyd Field all of a sudden.
That's your good job, you watchman the box.
Can I say something?
That's the only job you ever do, you're competent to do. Watchman the box. That's all you ever do that you could do.
I get over.
Stand up, watchman box.
Chair, to be asked, Mr. Can I say something?
No. Let me say.
You got to put in the place, man. He's been coming for 2 years, he's punishing all of me in this room.
Hold on. Let me people here. Chairman, if I hear you, you are appointing a subcommittee. And in that subcommittee, in terms of reference, if I gather what you're saying very briefly, that everybody would have, all concerned parties, executive management and wherever would have an opportunity to interact with the subcommittee, and the executive management would have to interrogate Mr. Duque's report.
Yes, that's correct.
So I think if you could just set out what the brief terms of reference that gave the opportunity for corporate management to at that forum to ventilate all the concerns they have and to interrogate in its entirety the submission by Mr. Dukia.
Well, what happened to the minister's report? This was never discussed.
No.
This morning when I spoke to the minister, he asked me to bring it to this board for discussion. Are you saying to me you are going to ignore a ministerial
Now you have finished. You have finished.
The ministers asked me for this to be brought to the board.
Did we not? Chairman,
No. Let me finish.
we already wrote our decision to advise the board that this year,
You already have to preconceived decision, Chair.
we wrote a letter to the minister saying that we are rejecting that report as being prejudicial because no member of the director, not a single director of this company was at that thing. And the entire thing was concocted to give game an advantage.
Honorable Minister of Agriculture.
Honorable fool, we are saying we're not accepting it. I am not accepting it. That's say you are an honorable fool.
No, but you cannot call my minister a fool, sir.
I didn't call him.
No, not at all.
I didn't call him. I called you
I
a fool.
reject that.
I call you a fool.
This
I
is
didn't
a
call you a fool.
ministerial appointed.
When I spoke to the minister and I told the minister that you conducted this trial in the absence of every member of this board, he almost fell off his chair. He said at all times, we keep telling you, you can't make decisions without your board. And here it is, you have conducted this
Chairman,
trial.
I didn't make this. I didn't appoint this committee.
Now you have finished. Will you stop it?
No, I would like
No,
the technical
please stop it and
to
the
respond to the lies that I heard today. How can we allow lies to stay? Is that what you are standing here doing?
Finally,
There's no fairness in this room. This is massive corruption. Massive
The only
corruption.
corruption in this room is the over
Massive
there.
corruption. And I know there's a stare for tractors, but let me give you the facts. From January to now, I have spent $9.4 million on the John Deere tractors because the front axle is malfunctioning. That is what is being foisted upon us. The John Deere tractor doesn't have those maintenance issues. But if you had taken the time to read the ministerial report, you would have understood that there's a maintenance problem around the John Deere tractor. And these young men have lots of technical nuances to expose the deficiencies of the John Deere tractor. But this is a rig. This is a low-end field. There is no chance for them to have their say. 38 minutes.
How dare you say that?
38 minutes. This is a rig.
Tell this chairman.
You know it is a rig. I'll tell him it's a rig. And he can go to who he wants. I'll tell him it's a rig. He is rigging this process.
This thing shouldn't come.
He's rigging this process because how can we sit here and allow one side to speak and not all sides? It is unfair. There is no natural justice. What nonsense is this? And we are all big men and we're sitting and watch this rig happen. And there you have a biased person trying to push it through, Mr.
Don't call me no biased person. Next time you do it, you're going to
There we have a biased person.
All right, good. Is that recording in minutes? You're accusing me of wrongdoing. All right, that's good. I'm saying if there is a bias in this room, I'm hauling you in front of a judge. So I have to start hauling you in front of the judge. You can't keep doing that to me. I'm more honest than you could ever be in your entire life. Sure. What all y'all doing over there is trying to force this company to buy a tractor which you can't really afford and can't work. The committee and the minister, you deceive the minister just as how you deceive all the members of this board. You are a deceiving person all the time. That's all you do. A dishonorable, deceiving person. That's who you are. And I'm not going to sit over here and more take this crap.
Yeah, I think meeting should be recorded. Yeah. Okay, what, gentlemen, sorry.
Chairman, we have the important thing of iFlood to discuss. The President was there and there's a report to be made to you on what is happening at iFlood. And if you don't allow it, then we can't, how are we going to move forward on iFlood? Director Peter asked for an agricultural improvement report to be made today. There are more important things to deal with.
Have you finished now? No. Let me.
Chairman, I'm just asking for my technical advisors to respond to these lies. That's all I'm saying. I'm asking for the technical advisors to respond to the lies. There was a lot of lies spoken here, and we need to clarify them.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask as a member of the board that given what the circumstances prevail here, I consider it not very conducive to our other business. I move that we abort this meeting and reschedule for another.
I support that.
Okay, fine. Okay, but before you go, note it down one thing, okay? The CEO behavior, tone and tenor of his speech was totally unacceptable.
And so was the vice chairman,
I will make
And
a-
so was the vice chairman.
Okay, totally
And so was the vice
unacceptable.
chairman who threatened the CEO.
And
He did, they already said.
No, I did. You thought you think
He
it's
did.
your thing done.
He did.
Your thing done yesterday.
No, I don't care. The point is that the truth be told. Don't bring lies to me.
But
My integrity is unquestionable. I don't live with Venezuela. I don't live with Venezuela.
you have no integrity. The first time you got very quick.
I don't live with Venezuela. I don't live with Venezuelan prostitutes. I don't live with Venezuelan prostitutes. I want you to know that.
Wow.
Well, it's you guys with your lies. Blatant lies you brought here.
You were inviting me.
You brought blatant lies to this board. And it was being locked up when we brought these lies. Nonsense. Absolutely nonsense. What manner of this is awful.